The traditional career advice no longer holds. That is today's subject. I'm Sunil Gera, back on a channel better than yesterday. The change about career has changed in last 25 years, which is much bigger than what had changed over last 100 years. In 1975, the career advice study hard, get a good degree, and join a respectable company, work hard, keep your head and keep progressing from one level to the next, and then your reward is the benefits which would help you building a house for yourself, providing education for your children, having sufficient for your retirement. You could probably make on and off trips to some foreign destinations for vacation also. And you would also have your medical expenses paid for. So, a person who was born and studied till he was 22, and then he worked in the same company till he was 65, and then he retired. So, almost 50 years for which he worked, the path was clear. However, that traditional career advice doesn't hold good today. Why? What has changed? Let me speak about that. First of all, there's a great impact of technology. Now, let's talk about the big stores like Tesco, and you find that there were such beautiful stores. There could be ready containers, sale. The buyers would line up and buy every need, whether it was requirement for clothes, sweets, liquor. But then e-commerce came, and with e-commerce companies like Amazon, Mitra, and many more. And then even the big companies like Mark and Spencer, Tesco, and many more face such a big competition now. How to survive? So this was just one example. The structure of the companies have also changed, and the knowledge. Person studied something, maybe he studied engineering, but the company's requirement is not about what he studied in his education. The company requires the person to deliver the goods. So the person has to keep studying and learn new things. It could be knowing how to use the computer, how to order, how to speak to his customers online, how to motivate people online. Maybe for employees who are in other part of the globe. So you could possibly be working at 1 o'clock at night, whereas in the other part of country where the employee is getting his training is it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. So the needs have changed. There's no guarantee that what a person studied, and if he is not in a position to adapt himself to the new requirements, whether he is relevant today. So these and many more such reasons have been very compelling. And with that, jobs are no longer lifelong. They are only for short period. It looks sometimes, people join companies as only stepping stone. They may stay in one company for 3 months. The traditional career advice belonged to certain. However, today, the word belongs to those who learn things fast, and reinvent themselves. Why it should not be? We have seen so many billionaires who are in the age group of 20 or even less than 20. How it has happened? That they have made the use of the technology for their growth. Now, let me give you a few examples. Uber and Ola, the taxi service world over, they don't own any cars. However, they do the transportation for people from one place to the other in all parts of the world, and they do it economically to the user satisfaction. The world belongs to those who have their knowledge, how they keep adapting. And the roles were defined as doctors, engineers, builders, civil engineers. So it was all fixed. But today, an architect also wears many hats. He is an architect, he is a podcast, he is a consultant, he is a speaker, like to be heard at different forums. So there are a lot of things which are changing. A change is coming very fast. So a person should not consider that what he learned in his college or school was good. As Elon Musk said, that college is where you make friends, contacts, may understand how the world goes, how affiliations build up. Maybe you may find your partners there. But the education, the knowledge is every day. A person has to keep learning every day till the last day of his life. And a person may have to, according to the requirement, keep learning new things so that he adapts himself in new situations. Things may go very difficult. However, those who adapt themselves would continue winning. So, this is my show, Better Than Yesterday. I'm sure you would have liked today's podcast, and I request you to press the subscribe button so I keep coming with new podcast. See you next week. Thanks.